From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
This year's fire season far from over, and it's already been taxing on firefighters across the state. Coming up, see how some communities are going the extra mile to support their local firefighters. Well, good morning, Southwest Montana. A live shot from the Montana State University campus. You can see that haze in the air. The one positive of all of that is beautiful sunrises, beautiful sunsets.
Yep. So. And luckily, we don't have quite as much smoke to start things off. And we're going to talk about air quality coming up here in just a little bit. A little fog in a few areas this morning as
That's
well.
A good
so
sign.
keep that. Yeah, we had some moisture yesterday. The temperatures are cooler. The winds are lighter. It's all a perfect recipe to see some of that fog. Right now, 40s for most of the area. You do have a little bit of cloud cover out there as we're getting some waves of energy moving out from that low pressure off to our north. What it means for us, temperatures are going to stay into the mid 70s through the day today. Winds are going to be up between 10 and 20 miles an hour out of the north, but our temperatures expected to warm up dramatically by the weekend. We're going to talk more in depth about that in just a little bit.
Right, thank you, Matt. 6:30, our top local story this half hour. Butte man is dead after a crash in Bozeman early Sunday morning. According to the Montana Highway Patrol, a crash happened around 1 o'clock in the morning at the intersection of West Main and West College Street. The driver, a 34-year-old man from Butte, was driving a Subaru Legacy when he lost control, rolled the SUV, and then it was thrown from the vehicle. Now, according to the Bozeman Police Department, the car was on fire when they arrived. Bystanders and law enforcement tried to give the man CPR. He was transported to Bozeman Health Deaconess Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Authorities say alcohol and speed may have played a role in this crash. And an update now to a story we first brought you this weekend. The Dam Bar, a popular spot for people visiting Canyon Ferry in Lewis and Clark County, now considered a total loss after Saturday's fire. Firefighters say that fire started in the kitchen, but what started it is still unknown. There have been no reports of injuries. Firefighters also say the building's construction may be made getting to the fire tough. Tri-Lakes Fire also said Saturday's warm weather and the construction of the building were factors, adding that it was risky to attempt more aggressive interior operations. Well, fires burning across Montana are putting firefighters to the test, but they're also getting some help behind the scenes. MTN's Asher Lyon explored how one community is helping its fire department.
While firefighters are out on the front lines, their families and community members are working behind the scenes to ensure they are fed and taken care of. The town of Denton has come together in response to the Taylor fire, and volunteers have received countless food and drink donations to go to the firefighters. Heather DeVries oversees organizing the donations and said the town got together in the blink of an eye to help out.
Living in Denton, the produce is hard to come up with on a Sunday afternoon in a small town. There's one grocery store, they're not open on Sunday. Once the word goes out in these small towns, stuff shows up, and so we're doing our best now to take what's here and get it to the best places.
All the drinks that you see behind me, they're all community donations, but this is only a fraction of what the firefighters have coming their way. DeVries says they are overwhelmed with the donations they've already gotten, but adds it's a good problem to have.
We can feed them. We can get that done. So. And supplies keep coming in. We're just making the best decisions we can, trying to get some out to the line and some to the fire departments.
She added that cash donations help the most, but is glad to see so many people pitching in. Ask any of the people helping prepare this food and drink for the firefighters. This is Central Montana in action. It's what they do. In Denton, Asher Lyon, MTN News.
6:32 now. Many people fall in and out of love with reading, but during the pandemic, many rekindled their joy of the activity. Jane McDonald caught up with a local bookstore owner to see how it came out on top of the pandemic.
Plenty of people found their way through the pandemic in the pages of a book.
Driving down the road one day, I just saw it, used books, and did a to pull in, and the fact that you can just wander down these aisles and you never know what you're going to run into that you love.
I cannot believe that I get to do this. I'm fifth generation Montanan, and I am so of this land and of this place. And to be able to do what I love here is inconceivable still to me. When you're lucky enough to get to do what you love, you have to do it with all your might.
And might they mustered. After buying Isle of Books back in June of 2019, hopes were high. But shortly thereafter, the pandemic came through the valley.
And we were closed for a bit of time. I was very lucky. My background, I had previously managed the largest used bookstore in Canada, and I had built a lot of their online marketplace. So when the pandemic hit here in town, I was fortunate enough to have 20,000 books online.
And those sales made ends meet. In fact, worldwide, people were putting down screens and picking up a book. From the Association of American Publishers, the 2020 year showed a near 10% growth in trade book sales.
Exhaustion with technology, exhaustion with staring at screens. The book hasn't really ever gone anywhere. They've been saying the book was going to die since the, infinity, and it's still here, and it's still here because it's amazing and it's incredible and it's beautiful, and it's an object of beauty and a subject, and it's passion on a page.
It just goes to show that reusing and reading is stronger than a pandemic, and the love of books is here to stay. In Bozeman, Jane McDonald, MTN News.
Today, a good chance to rekindle your love of books. It is National Book Lovers Day. Meantime, 6:35, President Biden last week extended the pause on student loan payments through January. Major update for millions of Americans who have college debt. But what are the chances some of that debt will actually be forgiven? Our Joe St. George with a closer look.
How much has the Student Loan Forbearance Program helped Americans with federal student loans? Well, from March of last year when the program started to the end of January when it's now set to end, $110 billion is estimated to be in the hands of Americans instead of the federal government. The no payment pandemic policy has helped those with debt who are out of work especially. And for those who never lost their job, it's resulted in a bit more spending to jumpstart the economy. The White House indicating over the weekend this will be the last extension. And come the beginning of February, all Americans should be prepared to pay their loans again. While it's possible the president extends it one more time, just like he has done with the eviction moratorium, a bigger question is, will student loan forgiveness take place this year? Many progressives want the White House to do it unilaterally. Many conservatives say that would overstep presidential authority. Speaker Nancy Pelosi, the most powerful Democrat in the House, made news with this answer in a recent press conference.
People think that the President of the United States has the power for debt forgiveness. He does not. He can postpone, he can delay, but he does not have that power. That has to be an act of Congress.
But while President Biden has been reluctant to endorse student loan forgiveness, and while Speaker Pelosi is now reluctant to do so as well, when you speak to some progressives here on Capitol Hill, they say they're not done with the issue and they think real action could take place this year.
That is going to create, I believe, a very strong political pressure point.
Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is one of the leading progressives in the House and tells us the student loan debate isn't going away. She disagrees with the speaker. She thinks the president has the power to cancel debt on his own.
Do you see any movement from the president or the speaker regarding forgiveness?
Well, I do think that there is some movement in place. So earlier this year, very quietly, the president called on the Department of Education to start issuing and studying his executive authority in student loan forgiveness. If they return with the conclusion that the president has the legal authority, which we know and believe that he does have, I think there'll be a significant step forward.
While the White House continues to review what presidential authority President Biden has, the House of Representatives and Representative Ocasio-Cortez will become increasingly influential in the coming days. Debate on that bipartisan infrastructure bill, as well as a separate partisan spending package, is expected to take place in that chamber soon. Student loan forgiveness will potentially be part of the conversation. In Washington, I'm Joe St. George.
6:37 now, back here at home. This month's Awaiting Child has some big ambitions, which includes helping young people who have been in her situation. MTN's Mike Power introduces us to Vanessa.
Whether it is a bump of the volleyball, the crack of the bat, or the swish of the basketball, 13-year-old Vanessa stays active.
I like to play volleyball. I like to play basketball, football, soccer, baseball, softball. I think I already said softball.
Football? What do you like about football?
I like the tackling part.
Now, don't let that mislead you. Vanessa is caring, kind-hearted, and loving. And as we found out during our visit, animals warm up to her and vice versa.
I've just seen a lot of animals in my life, and I'm like, oh, I really like that animal, and I really like that animal. I'm like, I just love all animals.
Would you like to have a pet someday?
Yeah, I love pets. I would love to have a pet someday.
Vanessa says her favorite subject in school is math. She really likes to work with numbers. Life, though, hasn't been easy for Vanessa, but her struggles have given her tremendous empathy. She's already thinking of a career that will help others.
I want to be a mental health worker and work with like kids that need help. because I think it would be good for them to have someone to talk to and someone to be able to go to for support.
But before she gets to that point, Vanessa would love to be a part of a family. She wouldn't mind being an only child or with younger siblings to be a positive role model. Her emotions about the prospect?
I'm really nervous.
And why is that?
Because I haven't been in a family for a while and I want to see how it turns out.
Vanessa, I suspect it will turn out just fine. Mike Powers, MTN News, Missoula.
Thank you, Mike. By the way, for more information about adoption and or fostering, contact the Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services at the number on your screen, 1-866-9-FOSTER. Time for a quick break here on Montana This Morning. When we come back, do you drive too fast? Law enforcement officers across the country say the answer is yes, and it's getting worse. What they're seeing on the highway is coming up. But first, here's Tony DeCopa with a look at what's coming up at 7 o'clock on CBS This Morning.
Good morning. Ahead on CBS This Morning, our exclusive interview with one of the women accusing New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, a former executive assistant who's filed a criminal complaint against him. Hear why she's speaking out now. Also, the United Nations just released an alarming new report on climate change. We'll explain why it blames humans for extreme weather we're seeing all around the world. And Jamie Yuccas joins us one last time from Tokyo, looking back at Team USA's success at the Olympic Games. All that and more at 7.